The legendary Etruscan Chariot of Achilles, a historical exploration. Echoes of myth on Etruscan bronze. In the heart of ancient Italy, centuries before the rise of the Roman Empire, flourished a mysterious and brilliant civilization. The Etruscans. Known for their masterful metalwork, refined art, and enigmatic language, the Etruscans were the torchbearers of Italic innovation. Among their many cultural treasures, one artifact stands out as both a technical marvel and a mythological enigma: the Etruscan Chariot of Achilles. Though shrouded in layers of both legend and archaeology, this legendary chariot is more than a relic. It is a window into the soul of a civilization that fused myth with craftsmanship, and it reflects how deeply the stories of Homer's Iliad were embedded even in non-Greek societies. But what is the true story behind this chariot? Was it real, ceremonial, or symbolic? Why Achilles? Let's explore deep into the origins, construction, mythology, and legacy of the Etruscan Chariot of Achilles. The Etruscans, masters of metal and mystery. To understand the chariot, we must first appreciate the Etruscans, a pre-Roman civilization that thrived in central Italy, modern-day Tuscany, Umbria, and Lazio, between the 8th and 3rd centuries BCE. The Etruscans were not only accomplished traders, sailors, and city builders, they were metalworking virtuosos. Their bronze and gold artifacts are renowned for precision and symbolic depth. They created ornate sarcophagi, mirrors etched with divine scenes, and chariots layered with mythological panels. Their culture, although influenced by Greek mythology, interpreted stories like those of Achilles in distinctly Etruscan ways, blending Greek epic with Italic tradition. The chariot unearthed, discovery at Monteleone di Spoleto. The most famous real-world artifact connected to the concept of the Etruscan Chariot of Achilles was unearthed in 1902 in Monteleone di Spoleto, a small hilltop town in Umbria. This nearly intact ceremonial chariot, buried within a princely tomb, is one of the most significant ancient vehicles ever discovered. Made almost entirely of bronze and decorated ivory, the chariot dates to around 530 BCE. Its 3 panels depict scenes from the life of Achilles, including the moment he receives his new armor from Thetis and his return of Hector's body to Troy. The imagery is Greek in origin but stylized in Etruscan artistic form, fluid, dramatic, and intensely expressive. This find revealed not only Etruscan craftsmanship, but their cultural reverence for Homeric mythology, particularly Achilles. Why Achilles? Why would an Etruscan noble commission a chariot depicting Achilles, a Greek hero? The answer lies in the pan-Mediterranean appeal of Homeric epics and the symbolic power of Achilles himself. Achilles represented heroism, divine ancestry, martial glory, and the tragic cost of greatness. To the Etruscans, who valued status, military prowess, and divine favor, Achilles was the ideal mythic parallel. The chariot's owner likely wanted to align himself with Achilles, fierce, noble, honored in life and death. Furthermore, Etruscan funerary art often depicted scenes from mythological underworlds and heroic deaths, suggesting that Achilles served as a symbolic guide or protector in the afterlife. Design and function: a chariot of ceremony, not war. While the Monteleone chariot is built for movement, scholars agree it was not intended for battle or racing. Instead, it served a ceremonial or funerary purpose. The chariot is too finely detailed and ornately constructed to endure combat. It was likely used in funeral processions or ritual display, perhaps to honor the deceased as a warrior hero. The images of Achilles may have served a dual purpose, celebrating the deceased's virtues and invoking divine favor in the afterlife. Its craftsmanship, bronze reliefs with repoussé detailing, inlaid ivory, and detailed scenes, places it among the most exquisite surviving examples of Etruscan ceremonial objects. Iconography decoded: the Achilles panels. The 3 central panels tell a coherent mythological narrative. Left panel: the forging of the armor. Thetis, Achilles' divine mother, presents him with new armor forged by Hephaestus. This symbolizes divine intervention and rebirth, ideal themes for a funerary chariot. Center panel: the heroic duel. possibly the duel between Achilles and Hector, or another battle scene showing Achilles' wrath. A powerful emblem of valor and vengeance, capturing the climax of his mythic journey. Right panel, the ransom of Hector. Achilles returns Hector's body to Priam, a deeply emotional scene that speaks to humanity, compassion and honor, key Etruscan values. Each panel underscores a moral or heroic quality the deceased or his family wished to claim. A lost civilization, a lasting legacy. After the Roman conquest, Etruscan culture was slowly absorbed and suppressed, but not erased. Their art, religion, and influence flowed directly into early Roman traditions. The ceremonial use of chariots, the public display of funerary processions, and even Roman adoption of Greek myth through an Etruscan lens owes much to these early Italic people. The chariot today resides in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, having undergone meticulous restoration. Its story is a blend of archaeological triumph and cultural rediscovery. Mystique and controversy, ownership and ethics. In recent years, questions have arisen about the ethical acquisition of the Monteleone chariot. Italian scholars and officials have argued that it was removed illegally, without proper archaeological documentation. There have been ongoing efforts to repatriate the artifact to Italy. This controversy has only fueled the mystique of the chariot, reinforcing its identity as a symbol of lost heritage and unresolved history. Achilles rides again. The legendary Etruscan Chariot of Achilles is more than a museum piece. It is a conversation across time. Through its gleaming bronze and whispered myths, it tells us that identity, legacy, and the desire for glory were not just Greek or Roman ideas. They were universal ideals, woven into the fabric of Mediterranean civilizations. To the Etruscans, Achilles wasn't just a story. He was a spiritual icon, a heroic mirror, and a companion on the journey from life into the afterlife.